Shooting Blanks Wrestling Report.
Where's Raw? So a good week. Actually, no. It was kind of a bad week all around for the ratings. Raw was up slightly. They were up 7,000 viewers, so they were up 0.4% to 1.722 million viewers. The only problem is their 18 to 49 was the third lowest in history. NXT was way down. They were down. Gosh, where is it? NXT was down 18% from last week. Dynamite was also way down from last week, 12%. In 18 to 49, AEW was down 11%, doing a 0.32, while NXT did a 0.16, which was down 20%. So basically, this week AEW beat NXT by 100% in that demo, and they beat NXT by 28%. Dynamite did 792,000 viewers, while NXT did 619,000.
I saw, and Jericho had tweeted too. Did they actually AEW beat Raw in that demo also?
So last week's AEW beat Monday's Raw in one demo, or in two demos. It was 18 to 34, and I believe females 18 to 34. Okay. Which is, it's for a promotion with competition that's 10 months or 11 months in. Yeah. It's something that WWE shouldn't take lightly, that younger viewers that week, were watching AEW over Raw. So, but not this week. This week, Raw beat AEW in all the demos.
No, I think it's I like Jericho though, what he does with that, because I know it gets people, the WWE hardcore faithful, all riled up, and I think it's brilliant. I love it because that's where he's at, and that it gets them more attention when he does that. And I saw the thing he did, the demo burn with Keith Lee. I laughed for a good 3 minutes with that, and watched that over and over again, because I just picture it, just how riled up certain people get over that. And I think it highlights AEW, and they need, because they do need the attention. They want to continue to garner. That's what we're here for, is the attention. So. But Raw, and WWE, and NXT, it's interesting to see these shows, how they've gone, which way they've gone during this, and with AEW kind of holding steady enough anyway. And what's going to happen when we bring a crowd back? Is everything going to go right back to normal, or is WWE going to continue this 20-year plus downward trend? I don't know. I don't know, or are we, and is eventually Raw, SmackDown, is everything eventually going to be competitive around that 1 million mark with all promotions? I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting time, because Kevin Riley, who had brought AEW on to TNT, he left. I mean, he was ousted. Yeah. And AEW with TNT and USA with Raw being like basically their only show. They have like no other hits, and everything's moving to streaming. It's going to be an interesting few years. Like, are these networks going to pay big money when these renewals come up, when everyone's making the push to streaming, or are they going to try to move wrestling to streaming? Who knows?
I'd read too that they said with Vince that, again, they're shopping around, aren't they, for the WWE for the pay-per-views with another platform still?
They were, but once the pandemic hit, that kind of stopped, and like no one was putting the money up for it.
But I mean, that I would imagine that's going to resume once things probably improve. Right. That like, again, when Vince has something in his head, for whatever reason, I think the WWE network, I would say it's safe to say, has been a major failure as far as how big it could have. It's kind of capped off. It's been capped off. And I know from a talent standpoint, it really fucked everybody over pay-wise with the pay-per-view model. And I was there for that, where we got royally fucked, where I experienced some good payoffs in the main event. And then when they switched to the network, everything fucking... There was a period of 2 years there where it was not great, the payday, and I was on everything, and it was granted positioning had changed, but we'd had meetings on it where they changed that. The guys were going off of an average off of past pay-per-views, which, how the hell can you do that? That's like UFC. Just imagine that UFC going by past pay-per-views, and you got Connor fighting on, you know what I mean, like, or whatever, and you're just like, what? Like, you're not going to go by what people would actually. It's unique, but we'll have to see with everything. I don't know, man. With Vince and them, the network, it was. It gets people watching I think the network has its purpose, for sure, with content. But from a pay-per-view model, I never agreed with that, really. And I would like to see that get switched from a talent standpoint. But we'll see.
Yeah. The last ratings note, last Friday's SmackDown did 1.962 million viewers on Fox. So that was up slightly. It was up 3.6% from the week before, which did 1.89. So SmackDown up a little bit.
Yeah, that one's done better between Raw and SmackDown, I feel like. But, I mean, they're all down, so.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I'll tell you, I don't watch SmackDown nearly as much since it moved to Fridays.
Yeah.
I liked it better on Tuesday, I feel like. I don't know why, but.
Yeah, I mean, you have more people staying home than ever right now on Friday nights. But at the same time, you're still doing other stuff, whether it's
the weekend.
Zoom calls. Yeah, exactly.
Drinking.
Or hanging out with your family. Yeah, just drinking by yourself.
Just drinking.
But yeah.
I would love to see the numbers on the amount of people that drink Friday night compared to Tuesday night pre-COVID.
Right,
yeah. During COVID, it might be the same. So,
right.
Yeah. But
yeah, so
is Otis on SmackDown? He's not on Raw, right? Otis is on.
Yeah, he's still on SmackDown.
Yeah.
He's still doing the stuff with Mandy. They're building to him and Mandy and Tucker against Sonya Deville and Miz and Morrison.
And he still has the briefcase too, right?
Yep.
So I'm interested to see what they do with him, if they're going to pay that off at some point, which he needs. I think he needs people to. He's hurt the most without having a crowd, because he's an energy-based wrestler. So maybe just kind of delaying everything until they're hopefully people back. So because I'd really like to see something happen with that, but he needs to be on his own. So
yeah.
Thank you guys very much for watching this clip, and to watch full episodes of the Shooting Blanks Wrestling Report and conversation with the big guy Ryback, subscribe to patreon.com/Ryback for exclusive videos of both shows. And always remember, feed me more.